Rebellions are built on hope.
Alberto Calderon here for Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast, and joining us today is our co-host Oti and our guest co-host this whole week, Roberto Venegas. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully, it's a lot to talk about today, a lot of cool information about the Mandalorian and the Mandoverse drop. We'll go all over it, but how are you guys doing today on this Star Wars Saturday?
Go, Roberto, go. How are you?
Yeah, doing good. And even though I haven't been keeping up with the live stream, it feels like already a lot more information or a lot more things kind of dropped compared to like yesterday. So it's actually a really exciting day, which makes sense. It's Saturday, everybody's free. Why not drop some teasers or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Twitter is saying, right? Because no official teasers have been dropped out there by Lucasfilm or Star Wars, but if you're lucky enough to be at Celebration, you saw a bunch of cool things today. Oti, you've been following all these streams since this started Thursday. How are you doing today? Kind of starting to ramp down a little bit, but how are you doing?
I'm as good as I can be with Real Madrid winning, but
come on, no how. That's a dig at you if you're watching.
Yeah. So okay, Star Wars. Let's get. Dude, I'm happy. I've been watching today's stream. It's been fun. It's still, we got a while to go. Last night they went until like 9 p.m. So yeah. I didn't watch it because I cut it out just to start seeing Stranger Things. But yeah, it's been fun. No official trailer drops, but Laura and Lauren, they were tweeting out, some reactions. So it was Star Wars Explained. So we got an idea of what was going on in that panel, and we've seen things here and there to get us excited. So yeah, I'm ready to talk Celebration and talk more Kenobi.
Yeah, and I tweeted this out a few days ago and did again this morning or early. Dude, where was that yesterday? I was about to say something. We talked Kenobi. You didn't show it. What's up?
Did I show it yesterday?
No, you showed it yesterday.
It was right here at my desk.
Come on! The first episode of Kenobi. Poof, you gotta have it like 3 times.
Kenobi.
Yeah. So yeah, I tweeted out. Thank you to everyone live tweeting that Mando panel. They're the real heroes out there. They're the MVPs because without them, this show wouldn't be happening today. Just Kenobi and that's it. Because we talked all 3 days, this lack of live stream of the panels, how it's affecting the audience that couldn't go there. And I've been kind of up and down. By today, I've been kind of, okay, I know how to follow this now. Go on Twitter for the panels, and then we have the live stream for everything else. They usually bring in the guests, and Oti, you mentioned it yesterday, they usually talk about what just dropped when they start this live stream. They didn't do that for Mando, but we still got a bunch of, if you're on Twitter, at least you knew what was going on. But it's not the same watching an actual teaser or just watching a bootleg that someone posted on Twitter for 2 minutes and hopefully you get to it before it gets taken down.
It's sometimes good that people are live tweeting because then you know what you're seeing when you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's like, wait, is that what I think it is? I don't know.
Yeah, because some of them that's just fake. That's fake. It's a grainy quality, so we don't know what. Knowing what's going on and then, someone posted this. Okay, it checks out. All right, so we didn't mention it officially last time, but as always, if you're here, make sure that you're helping out with the Amidala initiative. Equality Texas, and I'm sure a lot of other states are going through the same thing. Florida over here. So anyway, you can help donating, tweeting it out, voting, doing anything that you can to help people in need that are kind of suffering with a bunch of the new laws out there. So yeah, go ahead if you can, whatever you can do. We always like to mention that over there. All right, but yesterday, and I forgot to update this, today's episode 2 of Kenobi. So yesterday we talked about the first episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Today we're talking Episode 2, spoilers of Kenobi in our segment, comments on Kenobi.
Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our speciality.
Sith Lords are a speciality, and that was supposed to be for next week. I had a different intro for today, but that's fine. It works anyway. So who's out there? I saw someone's in the chat. Oti, who's there?
Dale's here in the chat.
Dale.
Dale, thanks for joining us.
He's
I
resting.
had to have a rest today. Yeah, we all need a little bit of rest. Well, thanks for being here, Dale. And talking Kenobi episode 2, we all talked about this yesterday. First episode, knocked it out of the park, especially what we wanted. Oti, as we now got into that second episode, are you glad that this was kind of a continuation? We didn't have to wait a whole week. And very overall thoughts on the second episode as we get into more details.
I mean, I'm glad in the sense that we got more Kenobi faster, but I think if how do I put this? I like the weekly release. So if the first episode would have just dropped and it would have followed a normal schedule, I would have been fine with it because it was long. It was like a complete story for that first episode. So, yeah. Overall reactions for the second episode, I loved it. It's still that Star Wars Nirvana. There's a ton of things I'm dying to talk about. Cameos, moments, connections. So
theories. Yeah. You got a theory you're gonna be dropping today.
Oh, right. the Reva theory.
Yeah. How about you, Roberto? How are you feeling about this second episode? And I think he's frozen. So, Roberto, if you come back, just let us know how you're feeling about Kenobi. So let's go ahead and start. He's probably come back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
We're live. It happens. He's back. Okay, let's wait for him. Hopefully, Roberto, you're back. You did a Lauren from our first day when she cut off. As soon as I called to her, she cuts off, and now you cut off. But your overall thoughts on the second episode before we get into more specifics?
Yeah, this was actually a really, really good episode. It just continued the energy from the first episode. But one thing that I was disappointed in is that this episode was short compared to first episode. First episode was like around 48 minutes. This was like under that, so felt like more like maybe 36 or something. And it was a disappointment because, man, it left you in a good spot. It left you in a good spot wanting more. So but one of the things that I actually really enjoyed and surprised me is that this has a good pace. It's not like the Mandalorian where it kind of felt like it was dragging the story on. This is going and it's moving and it's feeling like it feels like a movie.
Yeah, it's one of those things because first episode said like 55 minutes, but then you had like a 3-minute intro and then it's like 7 minutes of credits. And then this one was around the 45, and then take away some of those minutes. It's closer to 40, maybe a little bit less. But I didn't feel that it was too short as we were watching it because, as you said, the pace was great. We're not kind of lagging behind. We're dropped right in the story. So the episode starts. Go ahead, Oti, and then take us from the. Oh, you're signaling. I don't know what you're doing over there. So we start on today. So we left episode 1. Little baby Leia has been taken away by Flea and the bad peppers out there. You took her to Dayu, and finally Kenobi gets convinced by Bail Organa, hey, you gotta go help my daughter. There's no one else I trust, and just forget about Anakin and what happened. You can do something now. So it's straight into the action. These bounty hunters or whatever they are take her to Dayu, and we have Kenobi hot on the trail, gets to the spaceport, and kind of gets told that, hey, shut up, we're not tracking ships out here. People want their secrets. So as soon as we drop into that spaceport, Oti, and then he gets confronted by a couple of little kids selling drugs or glitter steam and whatever, glimmer steam. How are you feeling this introduction went?
So, quick thought. I just learned today that girl Obi-Wan talks to, that's Ewan's daughter.
You know, I saw someone posted something that his daughter was there, but I didn't know who it was. Oh man, that's so. And then when she says, I used to be someone's daughter too. Oh, no.
Yeah. But so a while back, Ewan said that he had just recorded a scene with someone very important, and everyone was like, "Oh, who was it? Was it? I don't know.
That's who is a teen.
No, it was his daughter." so yeah. Are we going straight into the cameo?
We'll get there. So
Okay.
What I liked about this introduction, I'll let you guys talk, and then through your talk, if you want to go into the cameo, it's when he gets there, this girl comes to him trying to sell him stuff, different types of spices or whatever. And he's, I'm looking for my daughter. She was taken here. And she goes, well, you're never going to see her again. I was someone's daughter once. And that just kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
In that we forget about the other people in Star Wars, right? We're just following the heroes and whatever. And there's comments of slavery in that first episode. We kind of forget about everything else going on in the underworld and all these different new planets that we love. It's like, maybe 15-year-old girl. Yeah, I used to be someone's daughter too. Just take a couple of these and you'll forget all about her. So that kind of broke my heart a little bit, especially for Star Wars. We don't see that too often. And then right before the cameo, this other kid comes, hey, if you need help, there's a Jedi that might help you. But yeah, Oti, tell us about the cameo, and then Roberto, I want to hear your thoughts when you saw the little cameo right there at the beginning.
So I love the cameo. So we see Tamura Morrison. He's a clone trooper. By the way, I think he's from the 501st because he has the white and blue armor. Yeah. So there's that, and I must say I really love that cameo more than I would have loved him being Rex and your service general or Cody coming back. So I really, really, really liked it. And it's that real world thing of, veterans, once the war's done, thank you for your service. And that's it.
Yeah.
Not much more for you. So I really loved it. And he looked great with the beard and
he looks good, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he had a hood on, so you couldn't tell if he had hair, I think.
No, that was his hair. It was like beard and all that. He looked great. But yeah, I'm with you on both of them, and they looked at each other like, hey, I remember you and you. Yeah. So he's gonna play a part later on in the show. But I think it's a great way to introduce the Clone Wars. I mean, not the clones again. So I really enjoy that. But this whole episode from the start really has Attack of the Clone vibes feel. And so it's something that I really, really enjoy. Even up to the drugs, the clones, the life, the city, and all that really feels like that scene in Anakin. And with Anakin and Alberta, there's something that. I noticed the whole, I'm somebody's daughter too. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that's, and I hope it is, that will play later on in the show because, Anakin was ripped from his mother and all that. So I wonder if he's going to throw that into, in Kenobi's face. You took me away from my family. You severed my connection to them.
Yeah.
So it has to.
Oh man, I don't know how much Kenobi can take. He's already been through the grind by Owen, by Bale.
He's supposed to come out of this triumphantly.
Does he know? Because he told him, "Go kill your dad."
Yeah.
But Ben Kenobi is not in a bad place when we meet him. So
I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny we're talking about this, and right now on the live stage is Daniel Logan with, I think, his daughter as baby Boba Fett, I think, with that clothes or
not sure if that's his daughter or his son, because they were talking about his son being there, but now the kid's laughing, but at first they have this dead stare.
I mean, you bring a young kid to a stage with 10,000 people around you. I'm surprised he's there. My kids will be like, no, you're on your own. But apart from loving the cameo, because he said spare some credits for a veteran or something, and then you see from the back it's a clone, and you're, oh my God, that's going to be great. And then, of course, it's Tamura with the whole beard, so we don't start seeing, that's Rex or Cody or whoever. But I started to think, what for Kenobi? the last time he saw a clone, they were trying to kill him. And now there's a clone here, kind of, hey, it's for a change for a veteran. He has a face which, oh man, last time I saw one of you guys were trying to kill me, but I'm still a good guy underneath. So here goes some credits, and then some stormtroopers kind of getting on his way. So get that those both the old guys with the new. But just man, what was going through his head when he saw a clone? Just said, man, could just kill you right now and take some revenge. But
Yeah,
And
that chip's still working.
he also has to think like I played a role in this.
yeah,
Like
Hmm.
I willingly joined the army. I fought. I was a part of this huge, massive plan to wipe everything out. And part of the aftermath is we have thousands of clones who are just on the streets.
yeah. Because what happened to a bunch of them after Order 66? Not all of them went to be stormtroopers or whatever. Maybe they just left
Some
there
were
like
killed.
this. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully, like Roberto said, maybe that comes back into play. We'll see him again because again, we seen Temura just love living it up on stage. Even the Mando stage, it was great today. But then this other kid kind of comes in. Hey, if you're looking for information or something, there's this Jedi that can help. I'll take you to him. And then we get Kumail Nanjiani character Raja, the Jedi, which I still believe when he came up. Yeah, he's a Jedi. But then once he said, "I'm going into your mind," because he's a Jedi trick. Okay, he's just faking it. But I love him. He did great with this character. He's trying to help this family get out of the planet because I guess the kid is force sensitive because he kind of says, "Oh, with his powers, we're gonna be after him." Roberto, your thoughts on Raja the Jedi in that first scene when we see him? He'll come back after later in that episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was so good in that as that role. But in the first episode when they had that first Jedi running from the Inquisitors, I was like, oh okay, he's the Jedi, and Camille's or what's his name, Raja, he's not a Jedi, he's a comm man. So because they can't have too many Jedis running around during this time. So, but he's fantastic. I don't know his role, what it's gonna be, but his sense of humor is definitely working here because I have no idea what his character is yet.
I love the character and even more things that will happen later. But at first I was nervous because I love Kumail. I love him. But I have this thing with Star Wars actors. I always get skeptical when these big names join Star Wars, and it happens here and there. But Star Wars for me is usually more for unknowns or maybe minor actors. So I was like, is this going to take me out of the show? Is his humor going to take me out of the show? And I really thought it was perfect. He was great. He was funny. At first, I thought he was going to be like a Jedi turned con man, that he was using the Force to con people. But I really liked everything. The magnets and the controls. It was very fun.
I still think I'm still holding out to hope that it will show that he's a Jedi. He's sending Obi-Wan at the end, and we'll talk more about it. Where he says there's people out there that can help you. If I knew who you were, I would have helped you earlier. So I don't know. I'm still kind of holding out hope. But yeah, with the magnets and all that. But his comedic timing was great. He worked great. I really enjoyed that character. And it's funny what you say, Oti, and what you say is what a lot of people say, oh, Star Wars, just give me unknowns because I don't want to be taken out of it. But then when people do fan casting, oh, I want this person in Star Wars, the biggest names. And we just have Jude Law announced yesterday.
That's huge, by the way.
Yeah. So it's like, and everyone loves it. Yes, Jude Law is going to do great in Star Wars. But we also say, oh, just give us the unknowns. But it just depends. Hopefully the character, they can just get into it.
Quick thought. The period from when they announced Force Awakens to when we got casting news was the longest period of my life. Because I was like, oh my God, who are they going to cast? And
then and then you get the names and they don't
John
make sense.
Daisy Ridley, I'm like, yes, I have no idea who they are.
I knew John Boyega because I had seen that movie that he was in, Attack the Block. I had seen that before, so I knew he was. Yeah, it's a great movie. But Daisy Ridley, no. Adam Driver, I knew the name, but I don't think I had seen him on anything.
He was the guy from Girls so for me he was.
Don't have Gleason, the same thing. But of course they had to bring the older cast. But anyway, we digress. Back to Kenobi. So he was great. And then when Obi-Wan comes out, oh, I hear you're a Jedi. Oh, there we go. There we go. I hear you're a Jedi. I need your help. Oh, sit down, friend. And then, this old Magna, he's like 500 to find them, or 300 to find her, and then 500 to take you to her. It's like, dude, what are you doing? And then, Magnus and tricks.
I love how Kenobi just like plays his game, and he's like, "Oh, I need help."
Yeah, he got a little bit into that Attack of the Clones kind of detective at that mode.
Yeah.
He kind of came back for 5 seconds before going back to, I don't know what I'm doing. But love that scene. And then he's taken to this place where they make this whatever weird spice drug. Roberto, that scene going into where they're making all the drugs and then trying to fight. And that first punch he threw, he just says, ah! Reminded me of Grievous when he kicks Grievous and just does a scream at the same time.
Yeah, when I was watching that, the thing that came into mind, like even though he's rusty in all his skills, you could see that his detective work is still there. The way he makes his way into, the way he finds information, and the way he makes himself breaks into the whole drug thing, and then the whole fighting thing. You could see that, and I think this is one of my favorite little details. Is like, yeah, make him rusty, make him punch and have him hurt, because before that would be like, okay, that's no big of a deal. He just kept on going, but you could see that he was struggling to kind of, get through the bad guys. So there's the learning curve that he has to go through again, and that's one of the things that I'm really enjoying, the little character moments like that of the show.
Yeah, I really love that also, because when we got that scene in the trailer of him hand fighting all these guys, and we were all like, yeah, there you go, hand fight, of course it's gonna be great. But now seeing it in context, and he's struggling against those kind of bombs out there, and that's how you start kind of going, okay, that's right, he hasn't done this in 10 years. And then it plays out at the end when he has to save Leia. Oti, did you enjoy Old Man Ben Kenobi, or middle-aged Ben Kenobi, trying to fight 3 people, and then when he finally finds fake Leia?
Yeah, so I think we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but I like it. I like it. Yeah, he's definitely rusty. I mean, it's been 10 years since he's probably been sprung into action, but he's also getting by, and I think that's kind of also his fear. Like, and again, we'll get to it later, but he knows that if he wants to, he can get back into it, and I think that kind of plays into what he's afraid of.
He's like Michael Jordan coming back from playing baseball. It's like, I can still play basketball, but I'm with the Wizards now, so it takes me a little longer to get that jump shot going. So he's at that point, coming back out from retirement, but he needs his old number back to get that power going. And then he gets kind of cornered by Flea and his henchmen. He kind of throws on his face Kenobi or whatever. Everyone now knows who the hell Kenobi is. And then, thanks for the information. She must be close. Throws the little drug bomb and goes find Leia, which again, she just whacks him when he walks in. And he said, no, I'm trying to help him. She's just trying to run away, which makes sense, right? A kid, some stranger comes to grab you. It's like, I'm heading out of here. I think at that point, we just had that chase with him trying to get to Leia.
Yeah.
You had something?
Yeah, I just want to say, Leia complaining about Kenobi saving him.
Oh,
my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, saving her, I mean.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just peak Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the army. And same as with New Hope, like they're saving her, and she's the one calling the shots.
Yeah, I didn't picture it the second time. When I watched it the second time, it's okay. This is very similar to A New Hope now, but yeah, it's great. It's her character. I don't know. One of you guys said it yesterday. This is Leia. It's 100% Leia. So I love that. And then around that time, Reva comes in, confronts Flea, and then goes chasing after. But the Inquisitors are also there. They finally come. The Grand Inquisitor's there, and he just kind of drills on her, like, what the hell are you doing? Then the 5th brother comes out. She thinks he's gonna score her points or whatever, of gain her favor. And then I love this line of why that Grand Inquisitor and Rupert Friend, his delivery of it is just great. He goes, you're the least of us. You came to us from the gutter. Your ability gave you station, but all the powers in the world can't mask the stench beneath. And then, of course, this plays out at the end. But the way he treats her is, at that point, I was like, he's if he wasn't supposed to be around in Rebel, she's gonna kill him at some point. Which again, we'll get to it at the end. But I just love the way he delivers the line, the way the Grand Inquisitor kind of treats everyone around him, kind of just beneath him. But how do you guys felt about that line? And Oti, if you then want to jump into your theory about Reva, how it might work or connect with what the Grand Inquisitor told her.
All right, so I'll go first, I guess. One of the things that surprised me about the show is the dynamics of the Inquisitors and Reva. It's something that, oh man, I'm enjoying, because Reva is freaking smart as hell. She's the one that got Kenobi right there, right where she wants him, and here comes the Inquisitor who thinks he knows what to do.
Yeah,
but it kind of, they have this conflict and this dialogue. This is the thing that makes me really, really excited about movies and shows, is having that dialogue, that important dialogue. Without that dialogue, action just kind of falls apart. It just doesn't mean as much. So when it's good, man, it just enhances everything. So these relationships that they have is like, they would have had Kenobi cornered if they were working together, but they're not. So it gives them an opportunity to escape. So I'm loving these relationships.
So I love that comment, Roberto, because that's part of the thing of the Sith and the Empire. It's very individualistic. You work for yourself, sink everyone around you, and like you said, if they got Kenobi and they arrived at Fortress Inquisitorius with Kenobi and presented him to Vader, it's a win for all of them. But no,
come on.
No, they can't think about that. She has to think about personal glory. Grand Inquisitor is thinking about keeping his group in check with his orders, and such idiots.
Yeah, because then he tells the fifth brother, like, you go shut down the town, you go grab him or whatever. He's like, I consider it done. So yeah, he delegates to others, not to her.
Yeah,
and then at the end, it's his fault.
We have a new Inquisitor, by the way. Third sister, I think she is, and
which is
wait. Reva's the third, right?
Yeah.
No, we have the fourth sister, which is the other one that was hanging out with them. My theory, I'm still gonna hold it to that last moment with them, because it has to do with what happens there.
Okay, we'll wait. Just stringing us along. Anyway, it's almost 5:30. I'm just gonna say, for anyone watching, I think at 5:30 that Tales of the Jedi panel comes on. So if they start streaming that, we might stop our Kenobi talk for a few minutes as we're watching that, and then come back and finish. But for right now, so the Inquisitors separate themselves. Kenobi and Leia are running to the streets. Leia wants some special gloves. Kenobi just wants to buy her that green tunic and the glove. He's like, okay, here you go. You just gotta keep her happy, which is what we do sometimes as parents. Plus, you don't want to spend 5 minutes arguing while you're being chased. But then, I know. That's not the time to be complaining about gloves or not. But then we have Reva not doing as the Grand Inquisitor wanted and just putting the hit out. This then turned to John Wick in Star Wars.
Actually, one of the John Wick writers is a writer in Kenobi.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
Awesome connection.
So we get into John Wick. Everyone starts chasing Kenobi. Everyone gets the bounty on him. We have this dinosaur bounty hunter out there, these raptors. We officially get dinosaurs in Star Wars, and everyone's after him. And again, just gave me that John Wick vibe, as he's just trying to escape. So Roberto, all this scene, we talked a little bit before we started that there was a lot of chasing in this episode. Did you enjoy this part, as then it just leads to Leia kind of running away from Kenobi when she figures out that everything that's happening to her is because of him? which will come back in a minute when we talked last week, that yesterday, sorry, that Leia kind of has that connection that can read people, and she figures out that, oh, he's holding back, you're lying about something, oh, this is your fault, and then she runs away from him. So all that scene just going all the way to the rooftop.
As you know, as far as the chase scenes, they could have been okay. They haven't. I think that they've been the weakest part of the film and of the show, and you know, towards the end of the chase, it kind of doesn't really make sense. It has a little bit okay, but you kind of roll with it. But one of the things that what makes it still entertaining is Leia and how smart she is. And you guys brought a great example of she's tapping into the Force without really realizing it. I always took it as, man, that girl is just smart as hell, and she could.
Yeah, she can be, man.
Yeah, so it could be both. But you know, she has her finger on the pulse of Kenobi. She hasn't figured him out yet, but she realizes that there's something that she doesn't trust in him, because let's be honest, he doesn't trust himself anymore. So she's tapping, I think you guys are right, she's tapping into that feeling, and she's trusting it. She's trusting it to get away from this guy until she finds out what he's hiding.
Yeah, one of the things she said, I can't remember if it was before the chase or after, she says to him, oh, you're hiding something. You think the less you say, kind of the better it will be. And it's actually the opposite. Less you say, the more people are gonna kind of not trust you. So again, that's Leia, 10-year-olds, they know how to twist that little knife.
The less, I think it's the less you say, the less you reveal, but it's actually the opposite. I love that. And he immediately looks at her and goes like, how old are you?
Yeah. Man, these Skywalkers are gonna be the death of me.
Oh my god, how many Skywalkers do I have to deal with? Yeah.
But Oti, your thoughts just going through to the rooftop, and then we have the shootout with all the bounty hunters. As Leia's just running away, because that's when she figures out that they want her because of him.
Yeah, definitely that shootout was probably one of my least interesting moments. But it's like kind of what Roberto says. Like, for example, that chase, it's filled up with those Leia and Kenobi moments, which were pretty great. But yeah, once they're up there, it's all about him getting to her, and she keeps running away. And you're just like, kid, stop. And you're gonna name your son after him. Like, trust him, please.
Come on, you're taking this.
Yeah, but I love how that scene ends with him catching her when she falls. Like,
yeah, and you knew as soon as she starts jumping these little gaps, it's like, okay, there's gonna be a bigger one soon, and he's gonna have to finally use the Force. And for a second, I was scared when she jumps, doesn't make it, and okay, here it comes. He doesn't do anything. Thankfully, she grabs onto some rope, some lines. The grip starts falling off, and then she falls, and he extends that hand. I was waiting for the Force thing to jump in, but I'm glad it didn't, because he still doesn't. It's not using the Force fully. It takes him a couple of seconds to grab her. I started thinking about the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh no, there goes Gwen Stacy.
It's a very Gwen Stacy moment, actually.
Yeah. Again, if you don't know the story, the history of Star Wars, you're like, is this going to be another hit? Both for Kenobi and for kind of Leia falling into the ground.
Yeah.
But then he stops her. He kind of the face is like, oh yes, thank God I was able to tap into the Force for a little bit, and then gently puts her down. Roberto, we know she's gonna be fine, but were you for a split second? Is it not gonna work? Is someone gonna be down there maybe to catch her because the Force didn't work?
You know, she's so adorable. So it's like, and she's in any danger, you're kind of like, no, like somebody
were all
get
like,
her. yeah, seriously. But you know, I want to touch upon something that happens earlier, because when they're together and they're running around the city, you know, Leia is screaming, "Hey, are you a Jedi? Are you a Jedi?" If I was Kenobi, I was like, "Can you stop?
Shut up,
please."
But it's also at the end of episode 1 where he's going to the ship. He moves his robe to show the lady his lightsaber.
That's
like,
true, right?
Where are you? Even my daughter went like, "What are you showing her that for?" It's like, come on. But yeah, when she's going, "Are you a Jedi? Are you a Jedi?" It's like, dude, keep it down a little bit.
I can imagine. I can imagine Yoda being like, "You were reckless."
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that Tales of the Jedi panel started, but they're not showing it.
No,
So
they're not showing it. That's fine.
Chrysanthemum is live there, but I think Filoni,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, that's him. Oh,
that's
awesome.
Chrysanthemum. Yeah, Filoni is on stage right now talking about Tales of the Jedi.
okay. So, the Chrysanthemum actor had a very cute picture with Peter Mayhew's wife.
Oh
right?
yes,
On
so
the first day, yeah. So about that moment with Kenobi, I know people. There's gonna be criticisms of people saying like, "Oh, like that's like false danger. Like we know nothing's gonna happen." But I think that moment's more about Kenobi and the way I see it reconnecting with the Force for the first time in God knows how long.
oh, so I mean, I'm watching now that Twitter people live tweeting this. Star Wars Explain. Alex and Molly are tweeting. Oh my God, in and out.
Okay.
So Filoni's talking. There's gonna be an Ahsoka episode, and this is Tales of the Jedi, which is a new animated anthology series coming out. An Ahsoka episode and a young Dooku story, and there's concept art of a young Count Dooku. Oh, let me see if I can.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna share this picture real quick here. Let me just share my screen. Yeah, I know. This one.
Oh, he looks great.
Oh, you guys are watching it there, right? There you. Oh man.
So it's like
Dooku.
Clone Wars animation. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, which
yeah.
this might be cool. I mean, I
like it.
kind of
I like
thought
it.
it was going to be cool anyways, but all right, we'll come back to it
It's
as we go.
it's a little mix of the Rebels and Clone Wars, like a little bit more of a middle between those two.
So I want to add, now that you say that it has that Clone Wars kind of rebel mix, we talked yesterday about the John Watts show, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. And Christian Harloff, if you're in Star Wars Twitter, you know who Christian Harloff is. He posted on his Instagram yesterday that he ran into John Watts. They spoke for a little bit, and that John Watts told him that the show is going to have a real Clone Wars feel. So that's going to be interesting to see a live action kind of Clone Wars feel after Return of the Jedi. Might be something very cool. So we'll keep our eyes out.
I actually think that's something they mentioned in the showcase. They said it's for kids, but like how Clone Wars is for kids.
Yeah. What I heard is it's for kids, but it's a kids show, or it's with kids, but it's not a kids show, basically.
Exactly.
Oh, I always see the baby Ventress or kid Ventress.
Wait, there was a kid Ventress?
Oh no, but he's young enough, right?
Oof,
that he could
dude, I'm
probably
like, why are you watching?
Stop the stream.
Yeah.
Stop the stream.
So again, thanks, Molly and everyone over there at Star Wars Explain and Alex. Supposedly Dave Filoni said that he's been cagey all day, but it's going to be more open in this panel. So we might get a bunch of reveals for that Tales of the Jedi. Maybe a trailer, probably not, but we'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, young Leia falls. Kenobi kind of puts her down, and then they go to hide for a little bit. And that's when she kind of goes, "Oh, you are a Jedi." She finally believes that he's a Jedi. And the alarm sound. Everyone's after Kenobi. She's taken out. Someone comes out, confronts them. He uppercuts the guy, knocked him out for 10 minutes, and then takes off his little arm hologram that has Kenobi's face. And that's when we get Raya comes back. Kumail Nanjiani's character comes back, and he kind of tells him, "Hey, takes this. It's over. They shut down the ports, but there is a cargo port up there. They're not gonna be looking for you. Go over there. Oh, why are you doing this?" And that's when he kind of said, "There's people over there that can help you." I forget the name of the planet that he sends them to. Why are you helping this? Oh, because I'm trying to make amends. I helped that family. I help yours. And then Kenobi says, "Raja, why are you doing this?" Or something. "Oh, you remember my name." And again, goes to the character of Kenobi. This bottom feeder, a rat, like he called him like 50 minutes ago. "You're a rat, but rats know more about the sewers than other." "Oh, you remember my name." And that, I think that's then gonna bring this character back, because he doesn't get killed. He survived. So Oti, just talking a little bit more about Raja. He's turned now. He's kind of a good guy, trying to make amends. What's going on?
That's what I loved about the character, because it was something that Claudia Gray was talking about in the High Republic panel. She said something special about Star Wars characters is that they're both archetypes but also individuals.
Mhm.
And a character, once you meet him, you put him in a box. Oh, he's this, and this. But when we get to know him, we start seeing, oh, they're playing on those stereotypes or on those character archetypes. So they did that here, and I love that bait and switch when the kid tells him, "Oh, they're after him," and he gets a blast gun, and he's like, "Then we better get to him first." And I'm like, "Oh God!" So how they played on that, I loved it. And Roberto, I want you to say what you thought about it, but I'm gonna throw something in here that's irresponsible speculation. So apart from giving him that key, he gives him something when he tells him there's people there that can help you, and it's a sabak card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
okay. No, okay. So that could lead to a different show that they didn't say, but it would make sense. It would make sense. And besides, just fucking say it, man. But yeah, I don't trust him. I don't trust him because we don't have the that come to Jesus moment with him. He's kind of like, oh, okay, let's go get him, and you think, oh, they're gonna get the bounty, and then he helps them. So it's like, it's there isn't that thing that makes him what makes me believe that he turned, unless he's a Jedi fanboy. And he's like, oh, he's a Jedi. We gotta help him, and it makes sense. He's dressed up as a Jedi, he's doing this Jedi con thing, so maybe he believes in it. And he actually for the first time in his life, met an actual Jedi that is homeless. So I think until we get a little bit more, I don't trust them.
Okay.
Before you go, sorry, go on, finish up, Roberto.
No, that was it. Go ahead.
Okay. So before you go, Oti, I trust him. And I still I still believe that he's some sort of Jedi or Yusu.
He's Kumail. Like, how can I not trust him?
But when I forget the whole line where he said, he says something. Do I like doing this? Yes. Do I like credits? A little bit or somewhat. You can buy a bunch of stuff with credits. So that his comedic timing and the whole character works great. But when he kind of says at the end, if I knew who you were, I would have helped you earlier. It's like, man, I think there's something that's still hidden, that we're gonna find something about this character that's gonna okay. I understand what he's doing. Maybe he's not a Jedi, but maybe he knows about them. He knows too much right now about how the Jedi operate.
I push back a little bit on that because I always like the Star Wars thing, like ordinary people can do extraordinary things. So I think that would take that away a little bit, but
maybe he worked in the temple. Maybe he had a mundane job at the temple. And he knew about the Jedi and all that stuff.
Maybe.
And I'll take that. All right. So, go ahead with your irresponsible speculating about that sabak card which I didn't pick. I thought, just give this to someone and then they'll know that I sent you about.
So, okay, if we see sabak, we think of two characters, Han and Lando. Han, for God's sake, I want Solo, I want Alden Ehrenreich, but please, no. Like Han and Leia meeting with their children, no, please, God, no. And I kind of fall in that territory with Lando, a bit more open to it, but but the character I'm going for is Hondo.
Hondo works, and he 100% fits this show.
If it's Hondo, I bet Kenobi goes like, we'll take our chances with the Inquisitors. Let's go.
I always mess up timelines. So when all's back, then it kind of makes Solo to happen. We're always in that on that boat. I forget timelines and where everything fits. But Solo and Lando might be a little bit too young at this point. Maybe 15.
I think Solo is either 1 year before or 1 year after. I'm not sure. I think it's 1 year difference, but I can't remember if it's before or after.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of Solo, he was 5 years before the actual shows. Anyway, I don't want to see a DH Harrison Ford in the Kenobi show. Because they're not gonna. Yeah, just
Young
the
face,
aging a
old
little bit.
body.
Yeah. But Hondo works. Give me Hondo. We
Hondo
see
would be
Hondo.
great.
He's at Galaxy's Edge. Give us live action.
We
Hondo.
need him in live action.
Yeah.
We really need him.
So before we jump into live action Hondo, another thing from the Tales of the Jedi, we just saw a young Count Dooku or a young Dooku, and now we have a young Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, what?
Oh wait, I gotta actually hit the button. There we go.
Awesome.
I mean, you really can't tell that that's Qui-Gon, but they say it's a young Qui-Gon Jinn.
You can't see it well, but excited at the prospects of it.
Yeah, I mean, if we get Master and Apprentice with Dooku and Qui-Gon,
oh my God,
that's gonna be great. Right.
Have they said if it's gonna be like a shorter thing like Visions, or is it gonna be like full-fledged mini episodes?
I don't think they said, but I haven't been following everything because I'm trying to pay attention also to the show that we're doing.
Okay.
But so young Qui-Gon is gonna be voiced by Liam Neeson's son, and Liam is returning as well. So maybe we get a full arc with Qui-Gon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sorry, oh my goodness. Sorry, I gotta show this real quick. Dooku and Mace.
Oh my God.
Mace.
Count Dooku and the return of Mace Windu, of course, before everything happens, but they're going into battle. I don't know who they're fighting, but oh man, that the design. I don't know if this is concept art or what the show is gonna look like, but it's beautiful so far. The colors are pretty vibrant. It's something different for Star Wars, at least that shot. So
yeah, that's the concept art for sure.
Yeah. All right,
but it looks great.
Yeah,
they even have Ahsoka episode.
So that's the first thing I saw, is that there's going to be an Ahsoka episode. I haven't seen. So 3 separate Ahsoka tales that span a large portion of her life. We don't know if this is going to be something that we haven't seen or just a retelling of, oh my goodness.
You saw, is it the Inquisitor one?
Yes.
Or I don't know. Yeah.
It looks like an Inquisitor.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Doesn't she fight Inquisitor? Have you read her novel?
No, I haven't.
I read it a while back. I think she fights an Inquisitor.
This?
Yeah, let me go. I'm pretty sure the stream is not showing. What's going on in the stream? Okay.
It's
yeah, sorry. Oh my goodness. I know it's not, but it gives me vibes of Luke Skywalker temple burning down. But when we see her in Rebels, she knows about the Inquisitors and has already faced them before. So, oh my God.
I think that'll be like an adaptation from the novel.
Yeah, could be. Which I'll take. I have the novel on Kindle. I don't know how it got there, which I'll take it. I just haven't read it.
It's fun. It's a fun one. I didn't love it, but it was good. By the way, shout out to Pink Milk. They had
so they have their panel today.
Try it too.
Yeah, man, Puerto Ricans, they're representing out there.
They had the flags over there, like us Puerto Ricans.
They did. Really cool. Really cool. All right, so next year, next celebration, right? We're attending.
We're trying. Depends. We'll see where it is. We gotta start planning early. But I love everyone that's doing their panels, doing their shows over there. I will be freaking out and not enjoying myself knowing that I have to do a show or go on the podcast stage and prepare something. Dude, I just want to be there and chill.
Relax. Yeah.
And we won't relax as how busy and people are stressed out, especially in the mornings. How do I get to this panel? The app isn't working. All this stuff. It's like, hopefully they'll work on it for next time. But yeah, we gotta be there. We gotta meet up in person one of these celebrations. I don't even know where we're at with Kenobi, but okay. So Reva confronts Raja, and you finally found a Jedi. What's my bounty? 1 million. You're never gonna get it. And they said, "You're no Jedi." Slapping against the wall, and then does the Kylo Ren mind extraction trick, which was surprising. We also got a little bit of the same kind of sound effect when Kylo does it. The sound kind of gets melded. So we got that. I love seeing that reveal that she knows this trick. Did you enjoy this part, Roberto? And did you think Raja was, thanks for your service, you're about to die?
Yeah, I actually because Reva to me seems like a no nonsense person. So when he confronted her, I was like, "Dude, what are you doing? You're about to die." I was like, "Yeah, I like you. Don't die on this episode." So especially since they said he was, I think he said that he's gonna have a pretty significant role, right? So I was confused. I was like, maybe they're gonna just kill him off. But that seeing those two and his comedic timing is just fantastic. Yeah, I have nothing more to say other than that was just pure fun to watch, and I can't wait to see more of him.
Yeah. Oti, same thoughts. You enjoyed this part. You think he was going to
I
die at
don't.
that point?
I don't think he's coming back, but let's see.
He's coming back.
Thing
I mean,
is,
I
like,
hope. It's the same thing. Why do you make this big deal of cast announcement for people that are gonna be there for half an episode? That to me doesn't make sense. But it's only 6 episodes, so maybe it does work out that
the
way.
story keeps on moving. There's bigger players that are coming in. So,
And
and
yes.
Him and Major Domo in the episode.
look at Star Wars. Max von Sydow, he has to play a villain. You don't cast him for a quick role. 5 seconds in, dead. And poor Gwendolyn Christie, she got cast when Game of Thrones was at the height of their powers, and she was there.
At least she got her own book afterwards,
which is great, by the way, and her comic was also good.
I'm just kind of scrolling through others. It's
Kenobi.
I'll come back. Yeah, let's keep talking Kenobi. So the biggest thing in the episode, we're in the rooftop. He's trying to hide. He's talking to Leia when she said Kenobi's telling her you're this or that, whatever. She said, I'm not. I can't remember the phrase. And then he goes, oh, you remind me of someone. Oh, was that person a Jedi? A Jedi also? No, she was a leader. She died a long time ago. He's talking about Padme, Leia's mom. Is he talking about Satine? Can it be played off both of them? Where did you guys fall the first time that you heard that phrase?
I loved it.
Yeah, same. But I did not think Satine at all. To me, it was just Padme.
Yeah, no, that was a Padme thing, like 100%.
Yeah.
I went Satine for like about half a second. Then no, it's Padme. It's her mom. He's talking about you remind me of your mom. Oh man.
Yeah, that was a really this was a really good scene, more than Mando with Luke and Ahsoka. It's because this kind of felt right. It was like, okay, he hasn't met her. They're talking. They've been together for a while. He's getting to see her personality. So you see that he's putting things in his mind. It's like, yeah, you take me back to this character that I knew. Well, you didn't see that in the Mandalorian with Luke and Ahsoka. It was more like, bam.
All right, and then the biggest thing, Reva comes in. Obi-Wan tells Leia, hey, here's the little thing to get into the ship. Just hide over there. If I don't make it, just leave, but I'm right behind you. Okay, let's just get right to it. She's about to kill him, and then the Grand Inquisitor gets there. He's like, come on, you're messing up. And she's like, we got him. He's right behind those crates. I can force pull him over. And he's like you said, oh, get out of the way. I'm going to show you how it's done because you're going to lose him again. And stabby stab, you're dead.
You skipped over something huge, man.
I don't skip anything. It's all part of the plan. I'm waiting for you to correct me.
Does the Anakin reveal come after?
No, it's after. Come on.
Really?
Now you're messing my show. She kills the Grand Inquisitor, spoilers, and then she turns and tells her, because Kenobi's running our... Actually, no, you're right. I think you're right.
I just saw it.
Dang it. All right, we'll get to that. Let's talk first about the Grand Inquisitor.
The Grand Inquisitor, he's not dead. He's not dead.
But she stabbed him. They're retconning Rebels. Rebels is done.
He looks very dead. I won't lie. He looks dead as dead can be, but he's not dead. He can't be dead.
But you just said that people come for one episode and that's it. That's bigger stories. The Grand Inquisitor is dead.
Why are they bringing
retconning, man?
Is it like so? What do we think is they gonna take him to the mod parlor? Like, give him a new belly or something?
Who was it? Lauren, I think, posted on because I posted that on our Discord, and she kind of said, "Oh, the mod parlor." Oh no, actually, How kind of said, "Oh, it reminded me of this person." It's a picture of Fennec Shan because we know she got shot and then
at the same
molded.
spot, actually.
Yeah. So we're all on the same agreement. He's not dead. They're
And
not retconning rebels.
the few scenes from the trailer that are not from these episodes, he's around. So
I was actually, I don't know because
isn't he in Fortress Inquisitorius when they're in the room?
at least I watched the full trailer or the
Okay.
official trailer. I didn't watch the teaser again, but he's not there. It's the three
Mm.
other Inquisitors, and there's a chair that's empty in between them that I thought
Okay.
maybe was supposed to be Vader when I saw the trailer, but no, it might be his. So they haven't spoiled that yet. Thank you, because I knew Chewie didn't die in Rise of Skywalker because I had seen him running around a Star Destroyer, so I knew he wasn't dead.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, at first I went like, what? And then 5 seconds later, no, they're not gonna retcon this big thing from Rebels, knowing everything that's going on. But Roberto, were you shocked, or you're yeah, whatever?
Yeah, it's absolutely shocking because there's no way he's dead in canon. But so the first act, that action itself is just shocking. But your mind kind of justifies it, like he's not dead, he's gonna get healed up. So, but yeah, this is like I said, this is where it ends. This is towards the end of the show, and it ends you in two big cliffhangers. That one, and the reveal of Anakin. So that was completely shocking to me because I was wondering, how is Obi-Wan gonna find out?
Yes.
So what were your guys' thoughts on that?
So we talked during our Kenobi speculation. Oti kind of mentioned, oh, maybe he finds out that Anakin's alive, and that's what brings him out of Tatooine. And even before the Vanity Fair article came out, when they said at the beginning of our show, Kenobi doesn't know that Anakin is alive, for some reason that had gone over my head. I always assumed that he knew that he was out there. So I was surprised to find out about 2 weeks ago. So, but I had no idea how it was going to happen. So it shocked me that it happened this way, because especially, and we'll get into it more, and let's just go into it. Reva reveals, well, I'm going to take you to, or Lord Vader is waiting for you. He's been wanting you for so long. Oh, you didn't know Anakin Skywalker is alive. Not a lot of people know that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. How does she know? And this might come then to what you're talking about in a few seconds, Oti. What's that relationship that Reva knows that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker?
So yesterday what I teased that I think she was trained by someone, and that someone I think is Darth Vader. Because knowing that Vader is Anakin is a huge no-no. Like, if you know it, you keep it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He respects Thrawn because he connected the dots and figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a huge no-no for Vader, because if you've read other canon material, he refers to Anakin as a Jedi. He wants no connection to him, no connection. And so the fact that she knows makes me think that she has a different relationship with Vader. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when Vader is introduced to the Inquisitors in the Charles Soule comic, he's kind of like disappointed. He's like, these losers. Like,
and he cuts arms, stabs a few people. So
I'm thinking that maybe Reva is like a modern canon version of what Starkiller was in Force Unleashed video games, like his own personal apprentice. And if so, that would add like cool dimensions to it all.
Yeah,
like maybe he took her under his wing. Under his wing, and was like, Kenobi's the reason for all of this. Like, look at what he did to me, and look what that made me do, and look at how that affected you. He's the guy. That's who you have to kill, not Palpatine.
I'll deal with that guy later.
Yeah, I agree with you, Oti, that there's a connection between Reva and Darth Vader, and that connection is Kenobi. But one of the things that surprised me about Reva is that she has a personal vendetta against Kenobi, and that's not because of what Vader went through with him. She has history with him,
Okay.
because when she talks to him, she talks to him with so much hate, and that doesn't come with somebody that you just met, or you're being told he's your goal, go get him. No, that comes with severe pain, and what that pain that Kenobi caused them, we don't know yet. So, and I think that's where I think Vader kind of sensed that, you have so much hatred for this character, just like I do. I want you to hunt him down for me. And I think that's why she's against the other Inquisitors, because they're not in it. They don't hate Kenobi like Vader does. So, I think we're in the same lane.
But I think the end game is bringing him to Kenobi, because I've mentioned this before. If she kills him, Vader's gonna have a.
Yeah, it's not happening, because that's what she said. I'm bringing you to him, or Lord Vader wants you. And the Grand Inquisitor said, "Oh, I'm the one that's gonna bring him to him." And they said, "Hey, no, this is my prize. You're not gonna have it." Who's there? Who's in the gutter now? And she stabs him. I don't know. It might work. It's gonna be something again that we haven't seen before in live action. It's a great story. She's kind of Vader's kind of apprentice a little bit, but there has to be something for her to really hate Kenobi.
Yeah.
And we don't know how that. Maybe is she? I think she's a Jedi, fallen Jedi. Kenobi tells Leia, "Oh, Inquisitors, most of them used to be Jedi that fought to the dark side. So not all of them used to be Jedi. Maybe she was passed away. She didn't pass the trials, and maybe Kenobi has something to do with it, and that's why she hates him or something." Maybe she's a Jedi.
Like Maul, he was overlooked then.
Maybe she's, because when the Grand Inquisitor kind of says, "You're beneath us. You're the least of us." Maybe she's a Jedi that didn't turn to the dark side originally or something. There also, I don't know. There's a lot of things.
There's gotta be something interesting there.
Yeah.
My biggest fear with connecting her directly to Kenobi is this whole thing of putting a hat over a hat. Like, the intentions for the Empire wanting to find Kenobi and the big bad being Vader wanting to find Kenobi are already there and established. So bringing in Reva and giving her this whole backstory, I fear it could detract from the story. But let's wait and see, because I do agree she has like this hatred towards him.
Yeah, maybe Vader got into her, or everything that happened, the reason that you're here, that you fell to the dark side, is because Kenobi. He's the one that did this to me, and puts the blame on Kenobi, and it's from Vader. He just gets into her head and blames everything that happened on Kenobi, and that's why she wants him.
Quick last thought: what if she's like Imri, that she like feeds off of people's hate?
Yeah. Oh, you can't. You see me High Republic right there. But then the episode kind of ends. Kenobi's on the transport ship. He's tuning out everything. Everything's muffled. Leia's asking, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Anakin, you wait 2 seconds. Boom, shock reveal. There's Darth Vader in the back that tank, looking as decrepit as ever. Hayden Christensen." Oh man, I got chills. I got chills. Who was that? Surprise. Don't scare me like that. I'm 100% surprised that he showed up already. And the first thing we see it's him on the back of the tank, and you can tell it's Hayden, even though it's all
with
a lot of makeup
bunch
on
of
it
prosthetics and water.
Yeah, my daughter is in the septic tank, and like almost it's a back to tank, and she's like, "Yeah, same thing."
But isn't that interesting that we see him without the helmet? I thought we were going to see him first with the helmet.
Yeah. So again, I didn't think it was going to happen until about episode 4 or 5 when we saw him unmasked.
I was bracing for Kenobi being 2 episodes, Vader being 2 episodes, and that's it.
This doesn't count, but
it definitely counts. So
all right.
Quick thought. I interpreted this as they're connecting through the Force, because it's probably the first time in a while where he reaches out, and him finding out that Anakin's alive, he's probably, he's back connected with the Force. Maybe it's a bit overwhelming, and he's maybe trying to find him in the great constellation of the Force or something. And Vader goes like, "That's a presence I haven't felt since."
That's a Anakin
about to find them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. Well, anyway, great cliffhanger.
Could you imagine him calling Reva and being like, "Yo, he's out there," and she's like, "Do I have a story for you?"
think
Yeah,
I
he's
know
right
where
here. You're kind of interrupting
he
this.
just left.
He's getting on a transport ship.
Ah.
But yeah, great ending to the episode. We don't have to wait that long. I believe everything now is going to be dropping on Wednesdays. So we only have to wait a couple of more days to see episode 3. I have no idea where this goes from here. They're going to this new planet, hopefully find someone, maybe Hondo or Tivago, whatever the other guy is called.
Please back Bogano.
Yeah. So it's gonna, again, I don't know what to expect now. So what's gonna happen with the Grand Inquisitor?
All I want is for Vader to have this very irrational moment, being like, "Oh, he's in this planet." He's like, "Send every single Star Destroyer to that planet."
No, he's not Kylo. He's not Kylo Ren that's gonna put every gun on that person.
But it's interesting. We're also at a moment where Vader is not the Vader we know from New Hope, so he may be a bit unstable in that way. We'll see.
Right.
I think describe him as the most powerful at this moment, right? So,
and man, I'm just thinking that they said, before you go, that they said that the lightsaber fights are gonna be similar to the prequels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's been said in a couple of interviews that the lightsaber fights are more similar to the prequels than the originals and the sequel trilogy. So who are we going to see? But I think the next episode is going to be the Fortress Inquisitorius scenes. Yeah. And then I think that's where Vader's going to come in. It's like, okay, give me information. This happened. Where's the Grand Inquisitor? He's dead. No, he's using my Bacta tank. What the hell? So
what were you searching for?
Yeah. So what was your question, Roberto?
Okay, so my question has to do with Leia. So are we done with Leia once she returns her home? Are we done with her?
I thought so, but since they're not going directly to Alderaan and they're going to this other planet, I think we'll see a little bit more of her.
Right.
Yeah. I think we'll get her for 1 or 2 episodes. I don't want Vader to see her. Like,
no. But also Kenobi said that he had called her parents to let her know that she was safe. So maybe he calls the Organas again to, hey, we're in this weird planet. Come pick her up. Where the hell was that army you promised her? And you sent me by myself? Come on, you couldn't get one bounty hunter. You had the whole army. But yeah, that kind of did it for episode 2. Another great episode. Episode 3 has a lot riding on it, but we'll see. That's next week.
I love this show. I love it.
Yeah, so far, so good. All right, so one last thing for Tales of the Jedi. I don't know if I missed anything, but fall 2022. So this is coming
soon.
Right as Andor is finishing up. We're getting Tales of the Jedi, and that's probably why Mandalorian is coming out in February 2023. So it's going to be pretty back to back. I don't know how many episodes. I don't know if, like you said, if it's going to be a shorter, like Visions, 10 to 18 minutes, or I don't know. But if there is like 3 Ahsoka episodes, we'll see.
For a studio that doesn't have their shit together, they're really just rolling.
Yeah, right. A lot of people are saying that Inquisitor is the 6th brother, the 7th from the Ahsoka novel.
From the Ahsoka novel, okay.
Yeah. I can't remember the number of the Inquisitor, but that's what everyone's saying. I want to say 6th brother. Yeah, the 6th brother. Someone has a weird mask.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, Ahsoka and the 6th brother on Rada, which I don't know what that is.
I wonder if this show is going to just like per season, they're going to focus on like, for the Republic, the prequels, and then the next season will focus on maybe the High Republic and things like that. That would be nice. But
so a few more things. So there's going to be an episode with Ahsoka's mother, apparently. So Dave Filoni wanted to write a mother story where Ahsoka's first time hearing "Don't Be Afraid" was from her mother, and it's gonna be played by Janina Gavankar. Is gonna do the voice of her mother from the Battlefronts. I guess there's an episode called Life. I mean, I guess Filoni didn't lie when he said it's gonna be open on this panel. Life and Death. I don't know if that's an episode title or something. Roughly 50 minutes long. Showcases baby Ahsoka, 1 year old, with her mother. Very minimal dialogue. And this is from the people on Utini. So at the Utini website, thank you guys. Takes place in her home world. Involves a hunt, a saber-toothed tiger type beast, and an utterance of Jedi. So someone says Jedi, and it's a Bad Batch style of animation, at least for that episode. Cool. So maybe each episode, like Vision, has a different style depending on who the studio behind it is.
So it's different studios.
I'm guessing. Okay. Because at least that episode has a Bad Batch kind of animation style. I don't know the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it would make sense. It will help them, release the shows faster.
Yeah.
Want to talk about Mando?
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this because I gotta pay attention to what we're doing. So a lot of information for Tales of the Jedi. I didn't expect all this, and it's still going. So maybe we'll cover it a little bit of it more next week when we do our full kind of recap. So yes, let's talk about the Mandalorian panel, which also had a lot of big reveals. Again, if you're following on Twitter, you got a bunch of them. I'm just gonna start first. Pedro Pascal was there along with a bunch of people, but they highlighted all the other actors that play the Mandalorian that we don't get to see a lot of them. Lateef Crowder and Brandon Wayne, who do the stunt. One of them is more for the action types, and others more for the walking and kind of just gunslinger type of scenes. Plus Pedro Pascal was there, so it was great to get all of them together. Rick, sorry?
They call them the Mando Daddies.
Yeah, the three daddies over there. Rick Famuyiwa, who's a great director, has done great work at in the Mandalorian episodes and seasons. He's now going to be an executive producer for season 3.
Oh, great.
So that's great. He's a great voice to add there. I've complained, like I said before, that Filoni and Favreau take too much of the story. Bringing Rick, who has 2 of my favorite episodes.
I wanted to write.
Yes.
The Believer, when I saw it, I kind of dismissed it. And it's the one episode I've wanted to rewatch. Yeah. And
The Believer is one of the best. Of course, that scene in the cafeteria is the one that everyone goes to. But the whole thing,
the scene in the car with the both of them when he's talking about, oh my god.
And for me, in season 1, The Prisoner, that's my favorite episode of season 1, and maybe the whole series. I love The Prisoner, dude. Don't give me that.
I didn't love that episode.
All right, fine. Well, that's okay. I love that episode. Everything is a horror movie vibe. He's being hunted by Jason and Predator. I love that episode. Love that episode. One of my favorite, not my favorite actually, of the whole series.
It has Matt Lantern.
Yeah, he gets
that's right.
Real quick. Roberto, you're happy that Rick Famuyiwa might have a little bit more of a voice in Mando going forward?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like you said, that his episodes have been the best. I think when you see the Mandalorian seasons, you can tell that some episodes stand out far from the rest. And Rick was definitely one of them. Bryce is definitely one of them. So when you bring, and it's also really nice to see that like the talent that they bring and they keep bringing him back and moving them higher. So it just shows that they're always kind of trying to improve and trying to get more voices into the shows they're doing. So yeah, who the hell will complain about Rick, man?
Yeah,
give him his own show. Just let him.
It might be. I think it's going. Same with Deborah Chow and Bryce Dallas Howard. They're forming all these great directors and writers out there that I think is going to go, like Kathleen Kennedy said, this is a 3 to 5 year commitment. Rachel's here. Rachel, Andor. I'm sure you're so excited for Andor. We're going to have you here when that show drops to do one of our shows. But I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, so all those directors, I think they're going slowly start getting more to see. What is Rachel saying out there?
She can't say for long, but hey, we're happy to have you here.
Thanks for being here. Let's hit that like button. Yay, be cool.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and leave a comment. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
He's excited about Andor. Surprise.
Yes, what a surprise. Andor has that Rebel Rising feel also, which she loves. So anyway, we didn't get a lot of information about Mandalorian season 3. They showed an extended trailer or teaser trailer. This one that we kind of talked a little bit last time. We haven't seen it officially. I thought it was gonna drop after today's panel. They go to Mandalore. You have Bo-Katan there, Baby Yoda,
Babu Freak.
Babu. There we go. Yeah, so Babu Freak is gonna be in season 3. Droid head go blank blank. So I love Babu. Give us more Babu Freak. Surprised that he's there. He's old as hell. He works in the underground with all these weird spice dealers. Do we see? Are they alive at this point? No, it doesn't. I'm not even gonna bring post parents into this. So I don't think Babu Freak and they would know.
But I don't think it's Babu Freak. It's his species.
So I heard both. I heard people say it's just an Ancellan, and people say, "Oh, like Babu Freak," and I saw a lot of people say, "No, it's actually Babu Freak is going to be there." So I don't know, but at least his species.
If you look closely at the terrible video I sent you, there's like a couple of them on the.
Yeah, and it looks like him to me. I'm convinced.
But hey, I would love if it's him.
How long do the Ancellans live? We don't know, right? We have one in the High Republic. I mean, have you read Midnight Horizon?
No, but I learned that there was one of them there.
Right. So there's one that's the greatest shipbuilder. And Ram Jomaran loves this guy. So maybe we get one of those. Maybe he's there.
Okay.
But it would be cool to get more of those weird species that we all love. But then familiar faces in season 3. Dave Filoni said, yeah, we might see some familiar faces, old faces, young faces, blue faces, anyone. Is this kind of confirmation that we're getting maybe Thrawn in season 3 before we see him in Ahsoka?
We will definitely be studying Mandalorian art in season 3.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, they always find ways to, even if you're interested already, they always find ways to get you more interested in what they're doing by showing the back of a character with tentacles in their back.
We'll get to that. Because that's going to be in Ahsoka. But so you know what would make me so interested in season 3 of The Mandalorian? If Grogu wasn't there.
That's
sorry. I know. We've already learned because he's back there. He's hanging out here. If they would keep Grogu out of this season, I would have been 100% on board. I'm like 95 right now.
But one question: do you not like him?
No, I love Grogu.
Okay.
And when I saw him the first time in Book of Boba Fett, I'm like, oh crap, this little green guy. I love him so much.
I'm of the party that I love him, but I would be fine if he's not there.
I don't think he adds anything to the story at this point. Because he's too young to do anything. And I think we see him using the Force in that blurry half K video that we have. But I'm done. I'm done with Grogu's story. We know that Mando loves him. He found himself through Grogu. He should have stayed with Luke or a Jedi doing things over there or doing something else that coming back. Because if he needs to be carried in the little pouch for the whole season again and uses the Force once or twice to stop something that's gonna run over Din Djarin, I don't know. I don't think he adds anything new to his story. I think Din's character arc got where it needed to go with Grogu, and I think he's a hindrance right now. And it's the only time I'm gonna say, yeah, Lucasfilm is doing it just because he's a cute guy and we need the money. We need to sell 27 more Funko Pops.
He's not going anywhere.
And so one last thing, Roberto, it's Kathleen Kennedy was in the live stream yesterday or on Thursday. Oh, who's your favorite character? Grogu. He's not going anywhere, but he should have, his story should be done at least for 2 or 3 years. Give me a time jump and then bring him back.
Are you open for the story to include him more and making him a bigger part of it, not just a cute baby walking around?
Not right now, because that's the only thing he can do.
No. But if the story opened up an avenue to have him present, would you be open to it?
Yeah, if he's there doing more than just being someone that's being hunted and they need to keep him safe, then yeah, I'm open. And again, maybe this story shuts me up. Hopefully, But if it's just, oh, he's my son and it's my weekend with him, I gotta carry him everywhere. It's like, dude, just do something else.
Yeah, I was gonna add. So, what if they switch reverse roles, switch roles? Because the first two seasons was Din helping Grogu, but what if in this season is Grogu helping Din? Because we see that he's gonna have a little bit of a fight ahead with Bo-Katan. So, and the question is, I do agree with you. It's like, what is Grogu's role after that?
Yeah.
After season 2, and it could be helping Din Djarin.
Again, we'll let this story decide. And I've loved every season. I love Book of Boba Fett. I really enjoy Book of Boba Fett, and I love the little green guy when he shows up. Yes, my heart melts. But if he's just gonna be doing the same thing he's done for 2 seasons, I'm not gonna enjoy that part.
No.
Whatever. So big surprise. Ahsoka shows up. And then Chopper shows up. What the hell is Chopper doing there? Is the Ghost Crew gonna be involved? Blam, here you go. Teaser trailer, Hera, Sabine, confirmation that Natasha Liu Bordizzo is gonna be playing Sabine. She's on stage. We saw a little bit of the trailer. I mean, very bad quality. But Oti,
It looked better than the other one.
Yeah, that's funny. I think Rosario Dawson was there because she didn't show up for the first panel because she was
on set, and she said that they wrapped yesterday. Well, they wrapped the third week.
So they've been doing this for 3 weeks now. They had something to show, which is great. Again, we talked about this, just using the volume, how great that is for trailers like this. Surprised that we got so much information about Ahsoka, and even confirmation that Hera, come on, that's a big one. Who the hell is going to be playing Hera plus Sabina is going to be there?
We'll see. Honestly, I don't know. We haven't gotten an announcement on Mary Elizabeth Winstead, right? What she's gonna be doing.
And I saw someone, I can't remember who it was, kind of tweeting out that they think that's who's gonna be playing Hera.
I've heard that rumor. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we know who's playing Sabine, so maybe she's Hera.
Yeah.
But I was so excited to first learn all of it and then see that version of the trailer. Because again, since you had already heard about it, you knew what you were watching. And when I saw the ghost, oh my god, I love Rebels so much.
Yeah, I didn't see the ghost because I just watched it once, so I gotta watch it again. But and
no, they're inside the ghost.
That little that's right. That little trailer also showed a hand of someone trying to use the Force, and people, is that Jason Syndulla there? It's a little green guy, green hair that I don't know how it works genetically wise, but anyway, it's Star Wars. We'll let it pass. But Roberto,
I'm a little scared to see him though.
Yeah, because the animated version.
Weird.
Roberto, how surprised were you, and how excited are you now for maybe the Ahsoka show?
Pedro Pascal is on stage right now.
All right. See, now you're the one not paying attention to the show.
So, this was actually quite shocking because I thought they were just going to show them the Mando again and that's it. But to show us that much, it's like I thought maybe we will get Rosario Dawson. That's it. Another small little clips of her. But to show this much, and this panel would have been so fucking great to see. Sorry, so great to see. Because
one check
wasn't me.
No, I'm over here thinking, oh, should we invite Roberto for all the Kenobi recaps? No, okay, next guest.
Hopefully they don't understand from my accent, but it's not that far away. It's not that far away.
Yeah.
Just show the whole panel, and that's it.
Yeah, a lot of people were more salty today than even on Thursday that panel wasn't shown, because I think just going through Twitter, I think this panel is going to be the highlight of Celebration. It's the Mandalorian panel, and showing that. And the fandom right now is so into Rebels and that time period and Mandalorian and everything, and not showing that and just going through all these weird grainy videos. A lot of people were very salty today about it, and I 100%.
I get it.
I get it. But since I had my expectations already that we're not gonna get it, I wasn't as mad as I was on Thursday. But I understand why people are kind of, man, this is a letdown. A lot of people are really mad because they're seeing it as a slight for people that live out of the country, people that didn't have the means to go to it. And then it's luck if you get into those panels. Not everyone, even if you spend hundreds of dollars to go to Celebration, maybe you didn't get to see this either. So I understand.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
You should press refresh.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else as we kind of wrap it up for the day?
Not really.
Whatever. No.
Yeah, I think that's all. I think for the most part, everything that they showed, every time they talk about, it's very exciting. I'm pumped for it. Either Ahsoka, Mando. Every time I think, I'm a little bit on the iffy. Every time I see something that's like, yeah, I'm on board. Every time they show me, it's like, I'm on board. Just give me. And Dave Filoni and Favreau, you can criticize them, but they're involved in a lot of projects and they're doing overall a really good job. So there's nothing more than to just be excited and see where the stories go.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Claudia Gray has been teasing she's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think Alberto, you've mentioned it a couple of times before.
Yeah,
but
and it felt like it was not a book.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So I don't know if she talked about it in the High Republic panel a couple of days ago, but she did talk about it this morning in the live stage, this afternoon. She said it's a comic. It's called Quest of the Jedi, and that's all she can say about it. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
So it's not as sexy as a TV show, but she's finally letting it up.
Yeah, Quest of the Jedi is one of those books or comics that was announced, I think, when they were talking about
they
Phase
showed
2.
the cover.
But we didn't know who was going to write it, and I think it's the first time with Claudia Gray writing a comic. I've always said that she should be more involved in the overall story, maybe the story group in Star Wars, because I'll say it for the 10th time, she understands Star Wars better than anyone, in my opinion, storytelling.
I agree.
Dave Filoni and Paulo Hidalgo, when it comes to the history of Star Wars, and where does everything fits in canon, 100% they're the guys. But making a story feel like Star Wars, for my dollar, is Claudia Gray 100%. So I usually say that I want her to do more than books, which I love the books, but let's be real, it's the animation and the live action that gets people into it. So I hope she gets more an opportunity to write a story in those mediums. But let's see what she does with the comics. And one last thing for the Inquisitor dying and people saying on Twitter, not people that we follow, but others, that they're retconning Rebels. If you see at the end of the show, Paulo Hidalgo, and even when Kenobi dropped, he tweeted it out. He's credited as Star Wars lore advisor. He's not going to retcon Rebels. And there's also special thanks to Dave Filoni, which Deborah Chow also said, I spoke with Filoni as I was writing this show. He's coming back. Don't worry. Trust the process.
If they really did kill him, it's the biggest ball drop of all time, because all the actors have been saying, yeah, we've been watching Rebels. We've been watching Clone Wars. Really? Have you? Have you?
Yeah.
I think everybody's quoting one of the Grand Inquisitor's lines from Rebels. Is like, there's something worse than death itself or something.
And
yes.
And actually, we've seen the Grand Inquisitor after he dies in a comic.
Yeah.
Luke faces him and he's like unable to die.
But he's stuck to a place. And stuff.
He's stuck in a place. He can't leave that place. And Vader visits him from time to time.
Could it be that he's dying and Vader brings him back and no, you're not dying that way. I still need you, and keeps torturing him, and that's why there's worse things than death out there, because this freaking Vader doesn't let me die.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's gonna be great out there. So thanks to Dale for joining us. Thanks to Rachel for coming up for a few minutes. Thanks to Lauren for joining us on our first recap. She'll be here next week to do a full recap of Celebration. And special thanks to you, Roberto, for joining us these 3 days. I'm sure you'll be back here soon. And Oti, again, thank you for everything you're doing as our co-host. So, Roberto's one last goodbye to our guests and fans out there.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's always a blast with you guys. You know, I love you guys. So hopefully one day we can meet, Star Wars Celebration or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, and just have fun. And yeah, again, thank you for having me on the show. It's been an honor.
Yeah. All right. And whenever you want, just let me know. We'll send you a link and we'll have you here. We'll always have a blast. Oti, as you say, they can find you down there, but
I'm always here on Saturdays, apparently.
we'll see.
He's
It's
stuck in a place. You're Vader, and he's being
I'm stuck here. I can't leave.
oh, you're staying
There
here
are worse
forever.
things than death.
It's worse things than being on Radio Rebellion. All right, so guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for everyone, and as always, stay safe, be safe, and may the force be with you.